You're listening to Edge Radio TV. The views and opinions expressed in this program are that of the hosts or guests and not the Edge Radio Network or its advertisers or affiliates.
Hey, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to How You Livin on Edge Radio TV. Hope everyone had a great weekend. My name is Robin B. And hey, Dr. Kiva.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, how are you?
I am good. How was your weekend?
Don't ask. Don't ask. It was busy. I did get a little bit of gardening in, but for the most part, it was a working weekend. It was a lot. And I'm paying the price today. But yeah, we're going to talk about that, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk about.
Get us a guest on to teach me how to go Zen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're looking for anybody who can
Zen
help.
masters.
Zen. Give us a call, and we will have you on to help Robin and most of us to be able to self-care.
That's
to be
one
able
of my
to
biggest
kind of
issues.
pull back and at least have a day where you can unplug from everything.
That is definitely
and for
my
gardening
biggest challenge.
is really that
gardening
thing for
is my
you.
favorite thing. And then what happens, it got real hot. So I got irritated. Right? But I got some in, so that helped. I've got to learn how to embrace the heat the same way I try to embrace the cold. So, I'm a summer girl.
So when it's cold, you're like,
I hate the
it's
cold.
too cold.
I hate the cold.
I'm from Boston. I don't like the cold.
Ain't that crazy?
And then when it gets too hot, it's too hot.
I was miserable.
I'm from Boston. I don't like the heat.
You're right. But you know what? You have a point. But I always say I'd rather sweat than freeze. I'd rather be hot than cold.
I don't know. When it hits 100 degrees, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
I'll
a different
let you
story.
have that one.
You made me cuss. Right. Yeah, we're not looking for 100-degree weather at all.
Not in the least bit.
How was your weekend? Did you work all weekend?
If continuing education, learning more about PI.
Okay, what's PI?
Personal injury.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because in the clinic we deal a lot with personal injury clients.
Okay.
And so it's just learning all the ins and outs.
Like soft tissue fractures.
Like brain trauma.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you hit a car or you get rear-ended. Your brain gets all kind of that's
whiplash.
Really. So whiplash can affect brain trauma.
Okay.
And so we're looking at brain trauma and how even after you do therapy, say you do your therapy, a year into it, you probably still need therapy.
So is that something you treat as well?
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of
with brain trauma.
Oh no, I send them out to a neurologist.
I'm like, wow.
So I know how to send people out.
Okay. I'm like, wow.
You establish those relationships.
I'm gonna send some people to you, right?
And I'm gonna refer them
clearly
out.
have brain trauma. That's what I believe anyway.
Yeah, no, they get sent out.
Okay.
I send out to a lot of different doctors, orthos, everybody.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was my weekend of just tuning up my PI info.
Well, that's very good.
Yeah, at least I got to sit on the couch and do it.
Yeah, that's very good. Yeah,
exactly.
I was out in the elements, and that's kind of why I think it got to me. Allergies and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But one thing I did see is that there were a lot of news stories out about the PPP loan. So we're talking finances today.
Right.
And one thing I saw this morning I thought was very amazing is Sierra, the singer, and her husband, Russell Wilson. They are contributing something like, they donated $35,000 to a school. It had to be more than 35,000, maybe a couple million, because they are funding 900 students. Elementary school, middle school students, so that they can get a head start on financial literacy.
So what, are they creating a program or they're giving them money towards?
I think it's a school, and I hate that it's Financial Literacy Month, so they're working with the West Seattle Public School System.
Okay.
And so hopefully that will be a catalyst to get more schools involved, because we know that if kids start early, they end up, a lot fewer of them will end up in bankruptcy court.
It was when I was a little girl. My mother tells me this story.
Okay.
Growing up in a single parent home, I wanted to get something, and she was like, well, I don't have any money on me. I was like, just write a check.
Right.
So I didn't understand that no money meant
Right.
you could still write a check.
Right.
And that happened with my little cousin. I was like, I'm not paying for that. She was like, just use a credit card.
Your cousin said that?
And she said it to me.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
so use a credit card.
See how that cycle goes?
Yeah, but it's to understand that also is related to money. We Venmo, so
and they're throwing. Schools are not, they're not really being responsible in helping the students get.
I wonder, do they still have that?
I hope
those
not.
tables.
I hope not. I know
cards.
one thing. That credit. It was CCC. It stood for some kind of credit correction. I don't remember, but now he has A1 credit because he was traumatized from what all that debt from before you even graduate from college. So that's good. I mean, that was one of the things. So I'm hoping the schools are not still doing that.
That would, I think, as a parent, it's interesting. What do? Would you give to yourself towards taxes?
Yeah, I don't understand. Right.
Remember that first check you ever got? And you was like,
I know, where the hell did all this money?
FICA.
Who's taking all right? Who was FICA and what did they do for me? Right.
How they get in my money?
Right. So I absolutely hope that today's guest will give us some good, valuable information. Because there are people in this still struggling with one huge.
Oh, see, that's why the battle is education.
It sure is. And knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
That's right.
Wasn't that from Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to questions. Put them in Facebook so that way we can ask our finance guru some questions.
Yeah, don't miss out, guys. We'll be right back.
Society is
And we're back with our special guest today, Mr. Ezra Speed.
Fortunate enough, my undergrads, they got stuck. It was two different things. I got to downsize my life. So for me, it really was a situation where I had to go and study. Okay, I had to break down what is when you buy a house, what is the amortization chart? Right. What is actually usage? A lot of it is the same.
Okay.
So therefore, we must understand, okay, if I have to pay this bill, how can I pay the least as possible?
Right.
That's why I specialize in.
Okay.
Overhead.
What is it that you guys
high
do?
level. I'm able to, because of these loans and helping people get PPP loans and EDIL loans, along with, that's where I started it.
Structure is a corporation to be able to support you.
The emotional buy-in is different.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to pay for your business to stay operational.
Right.
Then you offer for the kids.
Absolutely.
Save money for the spouse. And then you are last.
Right.
And so that becomes a problem. So we got to break the emotional buy-in down.
Do you help offering benefits?
Yeah, we do that as well. Benefit administration.
Okay.
I have health insurance companies, all the whole turnkey process piece.
Okay.
You don't think you're capable of doing, because one, like you said, first you got to get the money coming in.
Right.
Then you have to pay your people that are working. That's one thing you have to consider. I'm just getting money coming in. I don't have money to be able to give to retirement.
You're right. You got to basically learn how to scale. Okay.
Right.
Because one, partnerships.
Right. Because
with the scalability comes partnership, comes additional revenue, and then you're able to scale, and then the extra money you're making, you're able to invest. I don't say it's detailed, but you got to pay attention. It's not going to fix itself.
Absolutely.
You can't just go, I'm open.
Right.
That's free.
And I agree. Partnerships could
because even with that, say the small businesses that did start last year, and then all of a sudden, along with sole proprietorships, partnerships.
Or giving those traditional SBA, that process is months.
Okay. Because the first rollout was very poorly managed, right? It was
brand new.
Lots of very wealthy people ended up getting a PPP loan that had no business.
And then what determines a new business? Is a new business less than 2 years?
I think
February 15th, 2020. That was when you had to have been operational to get the SBA funding for COVID.
Okay.
Because it says you were a victim of that or
exactly. Business
of that
your business suffered because of COVID.
Right.
And so if you were only in business 3
or it had to be a little
give you some money, but it's what I call Band-Aid money, right?
Right.
You're still struggling, you need some money, but it's not going to change your outcome.
Right.
You might just be able to gross revenue, that's 11th item for salaries.
Okay.
Divide that by 12, then multiply by 2.5.
2.5.
That's what you need. You're going to receive.
Okay. So is there a ceiling though?
For $3.
Okay. That's a whole different story. The idle. Oh no, that's
have our own.
Edge TV.
3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Don't Push Me, Talk About Unity show where I bring the talk.
And I bring the unity.
And together we talk about unity. Unity is what matters. Come on. And right now in our country.
Tell you what, the more we seek first to understand, then be understood, we make progress.
And we like to do that.
Jennifer Reeves. Now I'm
still on the subject of PPP loans because there's a short window left, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so when is the deadline?
Right now, it's May 31st. Some people, they're anxious.
Yes.
And then also, if you have received the first round of PPP money, trying to get a second round, you need to have a profit and loss statement in order to get qualified to get a second one. All right, so I'm going to answer because I've had people who have tried to do it themselves, and I encourage everybody, do it yourself.
Right.
Don't pay anybody. But if you don't know what you're doing, especially if you know your book's not in order, if I go see you by my back, I just know it hurts.
Right.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't create a quarter tax
part of the loan with the loan forgiveness.
So
you don't have to pay what you've paid them as far as their
salaries.
Their salary.
I'm going well.
Just like being self-employed, you got to pay your own taxes, and you got to be really disciplined.
Exactly.
So it's hard. Human nature, like you
human
said.
Nature, yeah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people when
number one, 7 months to get it fixed.
Right.
Okay. If you have started your business prior to February 15, 2020, EIN number, EIN number,
right?
You both go get the loan, right? Okay. Because it's a business loan,
right?
It's going to report to your business credit report.
Okay.
You have a Social Security number. Debt to income ratio you have is way higher than what she has over here.
Right. $2 million?
$500,000 per business.
Okay.
So you have multiple businesses. It's $500,000. $500,000.
If you have 3 LLCs, you can get $500,000.
1.5.
And I think that's the thing that's always limiting to me is loan.
Well, it gives you 30 years.
No, you're
to
right.
Pay back.
No, but you're right. Loan is.
So, but you always want to
like this too. What is your business about? Making money?
Right.
Are you really in business? Are you really a CEO? Because we know a lot of people who put CEO on their business cards and on their. Are you really a CEO? Financial consultant, right? Now let me tell you about this book.
Yeah.
Every word was written by me. This ain't no ghostwriter, nothing like that.
Uh-huh.
It's copyright design based on my daughter's life.
Okay.
We also, nobody told me as a child what should I do.
Right.
So I really mapped it out in the introduction. My daughter that's the design in that book.
So that is a gift for parents everywhere.
That's
awesome.
a gift of love for sure.
It really is.
Well, let's take a little short break. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
And I would definitely suggest you get in contact if you're anything like me, who's fearful of loans and need to think
broke. Being broke is scary. I'm
terrified. I can't be scared and broke. Not scared and broke. Gotta pick one.
Pick one.
Are you living just to get by? Are you looking for some good side? How you living? How you living?
To support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now they're or call Able TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands in penalty. See specialists without referrals. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for.
I'm Robin B.
Central Standard Time
here on Edge Radio TV. Take care.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge.
We're back once more with Mr. Ezra Spear, and we're just wrapping up some of our really burning questions we need to know on financial living. Do you have one that you wanted to ask before? Because I have like 12,000
go for
it. Well, I just wanted to know, and I might know the answer. Do you have a preference as far as business is concerned? Whether they
So for me, like this year, and really starting last year with the ice storms and bad weather we have in Houston, right? My thing was I gotta be okay. So if you want to stay local in the neighborhood, within what kind of operation you have, then say you're cutting grass, landscaping business.
Okay.
You can use a credit union, it's fine.
Right.
Okay. Have a bank that does that.
Okay.
But it's interesting you say that because you've always kind of told that if you can stay with a local bank. I
need my people to make deposits.
Right.
I need them coming in.
I guess, like you said, depends on what type of business. Because for me as a clinic, I am.
So I like to do the same. You're right.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. That's how things
it's so weird because it's like, what is a good relationship nowadays? You can take a